Okay, let's start working on today's project. Today's project will be, I will read, just as you can see there, there is a company called Bunna. It is fast growing company in South Ethiopia with more than 1 million customers globally. The company deals with the selling and buying of coffee and related items, which are operated from the headquarters. So it's just one company, and that's what he sell or is buying. And the company is intending to open a new branch near Hawassa, Tula, that's a village. So the company requires IT technician to design the network for the branch. The network is intended to operate separately from the headquarters, so it has its own headquarters, but the design and the network is meant to serve the branch. So here are the requirements. One router. Let me highlight that one again, and a switch to be used. So we're gonna use router and one switch. So it's a small network, so it's for the branch. And the other requirement is like three department. There will be three department: admin, finance, and customer service department in that branch. So we're gonna give a solution for this problem or project. So each department is required to be in a different VLAN. So admin will have its own VLAN, finance its own, and also each department will have wireless network for users. When the customers users come into the office to this department, they can have the wireless access. And also the host device will be assigned the IP address automatically. So that's we need to configure the DHCP. And as you can see, the ISP gave out a base network 192.168.16.8. And so the design and implement a network considering the above requirement is the task that we are having for today. It's a simple project, simple network. So we will provide solution to this employer, to this company. So we need to establish this network project. So to this, we will use the packet tracer. The packet tracer is, as you all are aware, is a free network simulator tool for certification exam or for practice, particularly for CCNA. Students use this simulator. So we will employ this simulator in order to implement or provide solution to this project. So I will use my credential to log into the packet tracer. So you need to sign up actually on Cisco in order to use this simulator tool. So once you sign up, you can have free access to all the network devices that you can use. So here is our project. So we need one router and switch, as we can see. So let's take this 2911 router and switch one switch, because the project requires one switch and one router, as the project is not that large. So we have three departments. So we'll drop some equipment, some one PC and a printer. And for another department, because there are three departments, so each will have printer and at least printer and PC. Printer, let me drop for the third one here. Okay, arranging the topology so that you will have a nice look topology. So we'll make our this way, and then let's cable now. We can cable this way. You can see all the interface number there. So that's one department. And for the other department, we'll give the name to different department a bit later, and we'll have clear understanding which department belongs to which, because we do have 3 departments. So here we are going to configure this network, and once we configure all the devices and assign the VLAN, assign the interface to VLAN, as you can see here. So that's a requirement. And also the wireless will drop the AP access point each department, because that's also the requirement in the project. Okay, let's take the APPT. Okay, let me drop that one there, and this one here, and this one on the third up there, third department. So we'll cable on that as well. Cabling here, cabling here. So on the real network, these are like somehow different, but the concepts are 100% similar. All the configuration, commands, and everything are somehow similar. So if you're able to do the things here seriously, configuring on the real network device and machines are not that hard. Okay, let's do the subordering so that we can have the clear idea about like which department belongs to which, and then it helps us to like isolate all the departments as well. So let's divide this one as well, so that we can have a nice look topology. Guys, we will assign, like I said, the interface to the VLAN, and also we'll configure inter VLAN, also DHCP on the router or router. So let me give the name for this department. As you can see, we do have admin, finance, and customer service. So let's make this admin department the first one, and the second one is a finance department, this one sequentially, so that we'll have a clear understanding as we move on. This customer, and admin, finance, and customer. Okay, then don't forget, like I said, VLAN, we can give a VLAN number for this one. Like, let me give like 20 to this one, to admin, VLAN 20, and to this one VLAN 30, and to this one VLAN 40. Okay, that's good. Let me make it beautiful. Closer. Guys, I will also assign the IP at the network for each department as well, because each department should have different network or subnet. So let me save for a while, because as we move on, we'll add more and more. So we need to make sure that the work that we have done are secured and saved. Okay, let me say okay, this one, and then by the way, I will do this frequently, so follow up this YouTube in order to have a clear understanding about the network design and implementation of the network, like especially for the enterprise, small and medium enterprise. As you can see, the project requirement, we need to check once again. These device in all departments are required to communicate with each other. So we have to ensure the connectivity at the end, and we do have internet service provider give us this network. So we need to divide this network into like 3 departments. That means 3 subnet. We have to allocate different network. For matter of time, I have already have done some homework here. I will take this network, as you can see here, and divide it into 3 subnets. And dividing this network into different subnet is subnetting the networks. So we do have 3 departments, so we need a 3 subnet. So the number of subnets, there is a formula 2 raised to n. N is the number of bits, as you can see. So the number of subnets is 3 in this case. So in order to satisfy this equation, we need, if we put 1, it will be 2. So we need to put 2 so that we can have the enough subnet. So the value of n is 2. So our network is, as you can see, 192. It's class C. So class C have this subnet, and when you convert that decimal into binary, that one. So we do have 2 bits. So we need to borrow from this subnet 2 bits. We need to borrow 2 bits in order to satisfy. So when we rewrite it, so the binary is that and the decimal is that one. So we will have the new subnet mask, because that one, the first 192 plus 64 is 192. So when we take that 192, the block size is 64. So when you can see that, like the subnet mask and the block size. So the subnet mask is 192, the block size is 64. So we'll use 64 to move from one network to another. So when we move from subnet 1 to subnet 2, we add on the last bit for the last subnet or octet, 64, to find the network. Like, so in order to like get the next subnet, the next network for the next subnet, we add 64 to the previous one, that one. We add 64 to the previous one. And for the third network, the same. We add 64 plus 64. That will be 128. On the subnet, third subnet, 128, that you can see. So 128 is the third. So if we need like this, we have 4 departments, we can still continue adding 64 and getting the network. So once we get the network, broadcast is, as you can see, the one less than the next network. So subnet 2, for example, is 60.64 at the end, the last octet, right? So the broadcast is 63. Broadcast is 63. You see 63? Yeah, that one. So once we get the network and broadcast, the valid host range is in between network and broadcast. So that's generally subnetting. I'll promise I will do the subnetting of that one video, for separate video for subnetting, for in order to benefit you in this regard. But because it's like it will take more time if I go in detail. I bring here this just to have to give you an idea about how the network, the given network, is divided into different subnets. So that subnetting by itself takes a time to explain, to understand. So, but make sure that once you are in the network environment, like, you need to understand what the how you can divide the network into different subnet. So we do have the network now, 3 network. That's one network, 192.168.16 and 0. As you can see, the side notation 26 is the new subnet mask. So that's the subnet 2, the second network. So this for the finance, I will put the new let me take this thing and then put there. I'll move here, move here, and for the third one, this is for the third one, for the third department. So the number of department is equal to the number of subnets. So always think that. Okay. Okay, let me move somehow here in order to get this space. Okay. Guys, we have done now the subnetting, and we have the network. So we have the valid a host IP address, so we can do the configuration now. We will assign the VLAN first. We have assigned interface. We need to assign interface to each VLAN. So to this department, to admin, we will assign interface to VLAN 20. And to this one also we have to check the interface, by the way, because we will give the like assign the range, right? Just in order to read it. If there is like this sequence, we cannot put in a range. I will change it right away. But if everything is in order, there is no. Just I'm dragging to check if the numbers are in sequence. It's a weird, like 8 and 4. 8 and 4. Why 8 and 4? I think I need to change the cabling again because they're not in a sequence. So let me change the interface quickly because it doesn't take that time. And the good thing is I didn't configure anything, so it doesn't cost anything other than time. So let's make sure that everything is in order. And yeah. Yeah, after assigning the interface to the VLAN, we'll configure DHCP also, because instead of having just one fixed and specific IP address, most computer will be assigned one that's available from a subnet. We have already have different network, so we'll have different subnets. So from their subnet, the IP address will be assigned automatically without manually configuring to each device. So all this is DHCP is a dynamic host configuration protocol. So it provides quick and automatic. It helps like centrally manage for the distribution of IP address within the network. So it's very helpful to configure DHCP on the network. So let me connect this router as well. Gig 00. So I think we are good now. We will right this way. Yeah, now it is easier to configure VLAN. Once we are done configuring the VLAN, we will also need to configure the wireless network, so the AP. We have to configure that one as well in order to user to get access. So let's go ahead and configure VLAN. So interface range fast Ethernet rate 0, 1, 2, 3. That's the range for this one. All three. You see 1, 2, and I think that's 1. All right. 1, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So that's the range. Fast range 0, 1, 2, 3. So then we're gonna say switch port mode access, and the switch port access VLAN 20, right? Because that's VLAN 20. That's good. And let's go to the next one, interface range. I think it's a fast Ethernet 05. Is it 04? Let me check. 0, yeah, 04 to 6. Range 04 to 6. And then switch port mode access. Then switch port access VLAN access VLAN. That's 40, right? No, 30. Sorry, 30. That's for finance department. So the third one is, guys, we are configuring VLAN here. Interface range. What the range? Let's check so that we will not have any mistake. I think it's 7 to 9. Is that 7 to 9? That's 9. Yeah, 7 to 9. Fast Ethernet 07 to 07 to 9. Then a switch port mode, switch port switch mode, no, switch port mode. What is it? Mode access. Then switch port access VLAN 40. That's 40, right? For the customer. Guys, we are done now configuring VLAN. Let's do right and exit, show our configuration. As you can see here, VLAN 20 is like configured, and you can see the interface assigned there for each VLAN. So you can use the command do show start to check your configuration like that. So everything is cool, everything is done correctly and perfectly. Okay, now once we're done configuring VLAN, let's go to configure the, like for wireless, we need to configure the password and SSID. That's required. Okay, C is done. That one, the VLAN is done. ABC is still, we are good. We'll go to this Wi-Fi configuration. Now to configure Wi-Fi, let's go to config port 1 and SSID. We change the name into admin Wi-Fi. Then for the authentication purpose, we use WPA2 PSK password. Let's use the password admin so that we'll opsi okay, I will double check again. I have to cancel that one. I know add admin at 456, easy to remember. So okay, again here configure and port 1, change SSD, the default one. That's for finance, right? Finance. Let me check. Yeah, finance. And slash so Wi-Fi, and also the same authentication method. We use a password finance at 456. Okay, and all the same to that one for the customer, because each department should have the Wi-Fi, so access point has to be configured in this way. Customer slash Wi-Fi, where is Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi, and the same authentication method, WPA2, and here customer and 456, don't forget. So now we are done with both configuration of VLAN and Wi-Fi configuration. So we have the Wi-Fi now. So we'll do the DHCP implementation now. I think it's better to our inter-VLAN routing. We need to inter-VLAN routing, so we have to use that as a trunk. We'll put that switch mode trunk, that interface. So let's, because the traffic shouldn't go every time to router when packet is sent somewhere. Okay, interface. So let's do this switch mode trunk. I'll show you what it means. Mode trunk. Do right. We need to save it. Now we'll configure router as well in order to not that one, the router. We have to turn that interface into, like, it has to be up, it has to be green, so it's easier to do that. So here we say no, and enable and config T, and interface gig 00, no shots. Do right in order to save it. Now everything has to be up. It should be green, yeah, green. So the network should work now. So now guys, we'll configure inter VLAN and DHCP server on router. So we have to enable DHCP, but inter VLAN we'll do it on the, I will show you later. So that interface, let me check that this interface is working, right? Yeah. So interface. Okay, so guys, we have to do the sub interface. We need sub interface in order to ensure the connectivity between the VLANs. So sub interface using the gig 00. Okay, so this how you can, because a single physical interface, we need to create a multiple sub interface and then assign IP addresses used as a gateway for our respective VLAN. So the IP address for that one is 1, right? If I'm not mistaken, the first, that's the internet. This is the first one is like, we can copy our 0.1, that one. So we assign for that sub interface and subnet mask. Like I said, we are configuring the inter VLAN. We do have a single physical interface, that's gig 00, and we're creating a sub interface. So to that one is that the VLAN is 30, right, for the finance department, 13. Yeah. Then we do encapsulation dot 1q 30 dot 1 30. No, let me make the bracket closer. 30. Then the IP address for that one is 192.168.1665. Let me check. Yeah, the very first one. Yeah, for subnet 2 for department. Then subnet mask 255.255.192.2. And then to write exit. Okay guys, the last one interface gig 00.40, because that's for the last, for the customer department, that's the VLAN number 40. We are here creating sub interface, right? Don't forget sub interface, because we don't have to round to the router in order to reach to different VLANs. Then encapsulation dot 1q 40 40. The IP address is 192.168.161.29, if I'm not mistaken, for this one. Yeah, we're right. Let me check. This is for that one, right? Go to our subnetting addressing table, I would say. Okay, 255.255.192. Okay, do right. Exit. We are done configuring inter VLAN routing now. We have done already. We have created 3 sub interface, right? From single physical interface, gig 00. Yeah, I think now we are left with configuring the DHCP server on the router. We have done the major task. That's creating the 3 sub interface from single physical interface. Now let's enable the HCP pool for this one, for the admin department. Did I write the enable command here? No, I think we need to enable first. So to enable DHCP server, service DHCP is a command that we use. So now we enable router to implement DHCP. So we ensure the service. So let's go back again and do the configuration. So the network address, we need to write 16.0, then subnet mask 255.255.192. No, yeah, 192. I think I wrote, no, invalid. Yeah, I wrote like 3 times 255, so I'm not right. I mean 4 times. So let me write again the network 192.168.160 and 255.255.255.192. It should work. Yeah. Then default router 192.168.1 dot, sorry, 16.1, because that's the very first usable IP address to the default gateway, as it used as a default gateway. So DNS server 192, this is the same actually, 16.1. So domain name, let's use the admin.com. It's a domain name. Exit, we're done for that one. Now we'll do for the finance department. Finance, for that department we are enabling the range, the pool of IP address, right? So the network for the finance department is 192.168.1664. I think 4, yeah, right, 64 for that one. 64 is the network. So the subnet mask, we need to write subnet mask 255.255.255.192. and DNS server, no, DNS I mean default router 192.168.1.16. No, 1665, I mean, yeah, sorry, I'm writing correctly, but okay, DNS server the same, 1665. Domain name is finance.com, right? Okay, for the third one, guys, we are almost done. Let's exit and IPDHCP. We don't need to enable the service, right? It's already enabled, so we'll continue writing pool customer pool slide. Okay, I'm not spelling is not right, so customer for that department pool. The network is 192.168.16128. Subnet mask 255.255.255.192. And default router, right, is 192, or what was the router? Okay, let me write it correctly. 192.168.16129. And DNS server the same, 192.168.16129. Domain name domain name, the same pattern we use, customer customer.com. Exit and do right. We are done configuring everything. VLAN configured, inter-VLAN configured, sub interface we created, so we can test the communication now. We can check DHCP IP allocation, and we can check also the AP. We'll put some devices, and we can just to test the wireless. Let's put some devices, including the laptop and laptop here. In each department, I mean the phone, cell phone, and the laptop, and tablet here, and one more phone in customer department. So let's configure the phone. Configure the phone where we go to the wireless 0 and SSID here. So we change the name, so don't forget the name is admin slash Wi-Fi, and the authentication WPA2, right? So admin at 456. Don't forget the same thing that we configured the AP, right? And now it should work. It should connect. Sure. So it's work. Connectivity ensure. So you can use that wireless cell phone now. Okay, to configure the laptop, we need to change it. First turn off, and the module has to be changed. Let's get this module here and drag and drop there. Once you drag there and turn on, and then we can configure that one. Wireless, we can go to wireless, or desktop and PC wireless. We can go to I will show you where we should go here in order to configure. Yeah, PC wireless. Now you just connect, and you can check the available Wi-Fi in the system, in the entire system. And then we press disconnect, then the available Wi-Fi should come. Yeah, it's there. As you can see, finance Wi-Fi is there, customer Wi-Fi is there, admin Wi-Fi that we have configured. You can access. So it's admin, right? Connect. Then we write the password there. Once we put the password, the laptop will connect to the AP. So we will have the access, the wireless access. Connect. Oh, you can see. Oh, I think we made some mistake. That laptop belongs to the finance department. We are configuring that laptop to the other Wi-Fi. So anyway, let me check if we can disconnect. It doesn't matter as long as we have an idea, because we can configure the other laptop, which is in admin as well. We can ensure that one. But you see, it works even from the far distance once you configure. Well, we should have configured the other laptop actually. Anyway, it works whether we can configure it this one or the other one. So let's configure tablet. We do have the tablets there in customer department. So say the customer come into your customer department and want to access the Wi-Fi. So we go to wireless. We do the same thing here, SSID. So the default is that we change that name. The name of the Wi-Fi is customer, if you remember, customer Wi-Fi, right? So we have to write on our tablet customer Wi-Fi and put the password authentication. I think spelling error, let me correct customer Wi-Fi, yeah. And the authentication method is a password WPA2PSK. So the customer at 4156, right? So the customer, so it should connect. You will see it. It will connect. Nice, connected. So with AP, so it works. So we configured the tablets. Now the tablet works. Okay, let's configure this cell phone as well. What we do is configuring, like changing the SSID, the default one, customer Wi-Fi, and write the password here. The password is customer, the same way, customer at 456. Yeah. So look at it, will connect automatically now. So because you configured it, matching the same username and password to the AP. So let's configure that laptop in order to avoid the confusion. So that laptop belongs to admin, say. So we need to enable that in the Wi-Fi connection. So we come here the same way we did PC, the connect here. We'll have the options, all the Wi-Fi available Wi-Fi will display here. 3 customer Wi-Fi, admin Wi-Fi, and finance Wi-Fi. So we are in admin, right? So we click the admin one and then connect, then password. The password is admin at 456. Then connect. Then look at the Wi-Fi is connected to the laptop that we have put in the admin department as well. So what's left? Everything is done. We're good. DHCP. Let's check if IP address is allocated. Yeah, it's allocated there automatically. All we do is refresh. We put DHCP. Check the request is successful. So IP address is allocated for all devices in the network by DHCP server that we have configured. We configured successful DHCP server on the router, right? So we ensured all the connectivity now. Let's drop here smartphone and configure, like, so that all departments will have the cell phone. So that's finance department, right? So let's configure SSID. That means putting Wi-Fi as a username, and the password is finance at 456. Okay, look at connected. So you can drop any device there and ensure the connectivity. You can be assigned the IP address for all devices. Let's see this one for a smartphone. Yeah, IP address is assigned for a smartphone. Actually, in any network, all the device, in order to have a connectivity, it should have the IP address. Yeah, that's why let's ping in order to ensure the connectivity. Yeah, successful here. You see, you can ping from admin department to customer department, right? DHCP, let's check if it's allocated. Yeah, it's allocated. The cell phone, the printer, all are assigned the IP address automatically, including the printer, like I said. So What's left now? We are good to go. We are successful. End-to-end connectivity is ensured. Thank you.